Keep giving him movement speed, baby. I don't like taking runes to not get run over. I think it's a bad way to play. I think it's a bad way to rune. That's like if I took, in this game, like, I took Scorch and, like, Biscuits. And it's like, oh, yeah, it's like, so I don't get owned. But it's like, you're already in a losing matchup. Just learn how to lose gracefully. I would rather you just lose gracefully and then, you know, have the runes. Yeah, the number is not the important thing about Aery though. It's the timing. You're not getting it. Like the timing in which you get the shield value is the only thing that matters. Help me with this wave, bud. Yeah, I would probably almost never think that it's okay to rune to neutralize a losing scenario. Because here's the thing, right? At least when I hear losing, let's say like you lose by like 15 or 20 CS in the matchup by taking scaling runes, but then you can go like neutral 0 with unscaling runes like biscuits and shit like that, right? That 15 CS's gold value is made up way more just from the rune page. So like your CS doesn't even matter. It's not like it's not even a mattersome thing. Aery doesn't have a cooldown, it's about travel time. I mean, I feel like you're splitting hairs with that conversation. It is a cooldown, which is 4 to 5 seconds on average because of the travel time. It does have a cooldown, it's just different than, it's just got a different name attached to it. But its functionality is cooldown oriented. That's like such a splitting, yeah, that's like, that's a splitting hairs conversation for sure. You're right next to each other, it still takes 4 to 5 seconds. Yeah, it has to stay on a target. Fuck. Oh, I fucked up. Shouldn't have done that. Staying on a target isn't a cooldown? Yeah, it is, dude. Come on. Like, this is such a dumb conversation. At best, you're arguing semantics, and at worst, you're arguing in bad faith. Like, it's a dumb, this is a dumb conversation for sure, and you know it. If you don't know it, then that's probably even worse. Do you always build tier on Nami? Yeah, this character struggles with mana a lot, and it's really important that you get through the early laning phases, so... it's just best to get this item. Like, look at the lane state with a tier. Can only imagine, like, how terrible it is without it. And then... you pretty much never finish the item, though, because it's too expensive. You just have, like, way better items you can buy. It's just not worth the gold. Until literally you can't build anything else. And I've pretty much never played a game where I completed the tier. Alright, well, I mean, my jungler's just running around owning, right? How bad would Fimble Winner be against Dive? Terrible. Just build the Zonias if you really need something like that. There's so many better options that you can exercise than that. Oh, what the hell? That's OP. Yeah, Bard Portal is probably a pretty good way of describing it. Whoa. I have no idea why he's shooting at me. It's whack. Can sustain most of this. Pretty surprised I got, man. I swear Fimble Winner is playable on some enchanters. Ugh, I don't know about that. It just feels like a waste of gold. Holy moly, they do so much damage. Oh, nice. He actually, I don't know if he did that on purpose, but he ended up dodging the ult. Vera seems good against Zeri. I mean, anything that outranges her probably owns her. I think she has a lot of range restrictive elements to her. Plus, Nami's on the weaker end of things in the early stages for lane. They're like a double poke lane. Guy keeps sustaining to get through the lane, and that guy turned back around and come into lane or something. Why am I getting spam ping the whole time? I feel like we can kill them once we get my ult back up. Keep feeding him the movement speed. Oh, I thought for sure we could get a kill off the bubble wave. Guess not. It wouldn't surprise me if they were warding brushes as they scooted back. No, my wards. My wards deserve better. It's fucked up. Shouldn't die. Oh, I did finish Mana Flow too, so I can just get through the laning phase pretty easy. Oh yeah, it's 12 minutes. I actually don't take that much damage anymore. What the fuck? All that guy had to do was literally kite up to me, and I could have bounced the heal and we could have killed another person. That was just so terribly played by him. All he had to do instead of kiting here is just kite to me. And then I just bounce the heal, and then we just flip another kill very easily, and then he can just kill another guy. I don't think he could have played that fight like pretty much any worse. It would have been pretty difficult for him to obtain a worse gameplay level on that one. Alright, let's go wards on the river. Oh, we've gotten a lot of freaking turrets, that's for sure. There was a pink here. Nice. Oh, what the hell? The duo is just both there. What the hell? The minion was in front of me. I wonder if he just ditched the turret. Yeah, it looks like he did. Oh, because he didn't ditch it hard enough. Well, I mean, I do like the new burst of speed. But how do I feel about it in general? Because now you just, like, you get a burst, but then your character slows down pretty fast when you lose the burst. It's nice for moving around the map, though. I do like that. I feel like he's recalling. Go, my burst of speed, go! I'm down. You can wave on that. Surf's up, dude. Yeah, surf's up, dude. No, he's going over the wall. No, he went over another wall. We're not fast enough. I mean, it's higher at the start, but it decays instantly. Like, it just disappears really fast. Just look at the speed, right? So 380, 460, and it disappears really fast. So it's only a 1.5 second buff. So it's like a burst for like a quarter of a second. Do we believe in this Team Liquid team? Lohpally. What Team Liquid team? Yeah. So, like, it depreciates pretty fast. Mostly a move in power. I don't know if it's really a buff. It does make me wonder if Shurelya is still really good on her, or if Mandate is just always better now. I'm not quite sure yet. I think I'll go Shurelya this game just because I have a lot of characters that need to kite out and kite in. Definitely a buff. I don't really know if it's a buff. Having the same movement speed the entire time is sometimes like for... So like think of it like this, right? Your character randomly gets a burst of movement speed that's dissipating like every second, like every instance, right? That means that like the movement speed is inconsistent, so it's hard to adjust to it. So in some ways it's like not as good at all. Damage numbers on Mandate make it seem pretty bad. I mean, it is pretty bad. But most of the mythic items, if your character doesn't like legit just turbo spam heals. I miss. I don't even think the bubble mattered though. I feel like I notice a lot more of the movement speed when I build the Shurelyas than when I have the passive. I mean, we were ahead by a lot, but some of my teammates are taking vacations into the graveyard a lot. What about Everfrost Nami? That's garbage. Don't ever build that. I think it's just always Shurelya's. Maybe rare cases where you can get Mandate. Definitely never Everfrost, though. You never want to actually be in range to cast Everfrost. I don't think I care about healing reduction, so I'll probably just go... Probably go Redemption here. You often want to cast EW on someone, which makes this so much better. Yeah, I mean, that's definitely a buff element of the game, but I don't know. I feel like it disintegrates, like the movement speed disintegrates so fast. It's very weird. Do you have a favorite sport? No. I don't watch sports. I used to play tennis a lot. But I also used to play basketball a lot. I also used to play football. I was actually a pretty athletic kid. I mean, we need to retake this space, but I don't have anyone with me, so it's kind of like I'm sitting here waiting for people to show up. They're probably already on it, yeah. This Varus is struggling to hit his Varus ultimate. What? I can't tell if that guy's trolling or not. I really want to have a fight, but it's kind of hard to force fights without Rek'Sai going in. I feel like Rek'Sai goes in, he can die very easily. Okay, I can wave on that. Huh. Okay, keep it going. Just keep giving him movement speed, baby. Can do Baron now. I feel like this would only be a buff if I felt like... I could always build Mandate instead of Shurelya's, but it feels like Shurelya's is still like the better of the items to go, which makes me feel like the passive is just kind of a whatever. If that makes sense. So, like, think of it like this, right? When you play Lulu, the reason why Lulu is so freaking nuts now with Shurelya's is because you no longer have to use your W to movement speed your teammate. You can just use the E, which means you can use W to CC people always. Like, it's actually rare. Once you finish Shurelya's, it's actually rare for you to be using the W offensively, like, if that's correct. So, like, the play pattern changes, right? Whereas, I feel like the change of this buff doesn't really do anything. I think that fringe thing of, like, EWing someone at the same time is, like, the most, like, I'm not really sure that convinces me that all of a sudden the combo, it's better. Because that's, like, pretty fringe. I feel like that's, like, pretty fringe and pretty, almost irrelevant is the term I would probably use. So I think, like, the passive in general change is just whatever. Like, it's not terrible, it's not great, it's just whatever. Better to be pretty fringe than pretty cringe like you. Don't you ask every day if I take my shirt off? Aren't you the cringe one? Gotta go. Man, we should definitely play for this turret. We shouldn't be rotating to this. Rotating to this is wrong. Because now we're just not using the wave mid. So instead of getting 2 inhibitors, we're just only getting 1. See, look, now we have to scoot back. Like, we never got the turret. The inhibitor doesn't matter, by the way. The only thing that actually matters when it comes to breaking bases is to get the turrets. Because the turrets are what defends it, right? See, we didn't use that wave. That's why it was a mistake to leave the mid wave. Oh my goodness, that was so much damage. You can just give everyone the movement speed. Should be totally fine here. Yeah, it's just like, Shurelya is still the best, which means that, like, you don't unlock anything new with the passive change. Overall, change is kind of meh. Not bad, but not good. It's just whatever.